Simple trick that will make you incredibly smart. No, this isn't an exaggeration nor it is a clickbait. What is the trick? Let's directly jump into it. We all face problem on a daily basis from the moment we wake up until we go to sleep. A lot of these problems are repetitive in nature. The reason being you haven't solved them nor have you found a solution. A lot of you are walking and living with your problem and have somehow made them an extension of yourself. The reason why you aren't much bothered is because they are not immediate in terms of their effect. The result of this problem will show in the long term. For example, dysfunctional relationships, habits, sleeping pattern, friendship, are proclivity to make a bad decisions based on impulse and randomness. An overwhelming presence of guilt, self-hatred, dissatisfaction, regret from past, regret from last night, regret amazing from yesterday, and every passing day. Disappointment with self and cluelessness about self. We all face some of the other of this problem. As a result, we use Google. How to fix my life? How do I get over this person? How do I stop being lazy? And a multitude of similar sounding problems. As intelligent beings, we are programmed to initiate two responses: to seek advice online or to find a solution in books. Hence, we buy lots of self-help books. In terms of finding the right answer, where do we put our faith the most? In human psychology, the moment we hear this terminology, our brain gets assured that we are going to find a permanent fix for our problems. Figure shit about human in the past century that philosophers figured out thousands of years ago. It's not rocket science. I'm not talking about psychology. I'm talking about your problem. The thing is, nobody told you that you can solve anything you want on your own. When you were a kid, you sought your parents for everything, and that's simply infraction jammed in your brain. This tendency to always rely on others for solving your own shit. My question to you is, how often have you tried? Just detach yourself from any and all sorts of solution and information and created your own solution. You haven't, and in this time it is even more unlikely because we have way too much source material to rely upon. But it is still isn't helping because rely on others simply make you brain dull. You are not giving it any exercise. Sure, you will find a solution that works and it will solve one of your problem for now. But with a lackluster brain, you are likely to create 10 more problems in the coming 30 days. People often ask me, which book should I read that will make me smarter? Instead of reading, let me give you a better option: thinking. Every single word written in a book comes from someone's mind. You have got a brain too. You want to be smart as fucking hell. Here's a simple exercise. Whatever problem you have, why do I do this, why I'm stuck in this, whatever the question become, write it down or type it and write down a solution that comes from your mind. No matter how long it takes, 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, just keep jotting down whatever ways and solution your brain is suggesting you as elaborately as you can. If you need structure in your answer, just take into account three things. What is it happening? How it affects you in your life? And what is the root of the problem? After you have written a solution, it is time to consult the online library full of solutions. You can compare notes. You don't even have to write. Just isolate yourself for 30 minutes today. Just lie down like a potato couch and pick one problem that has bothered you for a long time. Remember the three divisions: why, how, and the root. Once you have answer, Google it. Search the problem on YouTube. What is the reason behind Googling? Simple, perspective, unmatched perspicacity. Once you start reading others take on the same problem, you will discover the things you didn't consider, things you completely missed on or forget. Looking at your problem from different point of view, looking at your problem from the perspective of people with different temperament, tolerance, and sensitivity, different school thought employed by different people into solving that problem, different cultural point of view. How will these things help you? The moment you increasingly start solving your problem by inviting careful thought and reasoning, you automatically develop a habit of problem solving. You become more and more self-reliant. You start thinking more, thereby exercising your brain, make it sharper. You become more accepting of different point of view because you are not in the process of defending something. You develop a habit of thinking first and reading later. You are able to rank your brain, make an assessment of it. The process of comparing your product with other exciting product give you a clear picture of where you are standing in terms of expensive thinking. When you notice you didn't examine or forget many factors that other people use in their answer, you realize your intellectual position, which of course is changeable. You learn to be unsatisfied with your answer. The exercise inculcates in you a natural curiosity to know whether your answer is clever enough or not, sufficient enough or not, better enough or not, right or not. You also learn a lot about yourself simply because The answer emanates from originality you have with yourself in an observable manner, a theory that come entirely from you, which after comparison open up doors to self-analysis and introspection. And the most important quality it brings in your personality is patience. When you engage in the process of thinking, you subconsciously invite patience into the equation because it is patience that allows extensive examination and scrutiny of the matter at hand. Lastly, not to forget, you will collect knowledge. Now, after having listened to all of this, a good portion you might be thinking that I am over exaggerating, which is perfectly reasonable for you to think. See, it wouldn't happen with one session. You will have to do this repeatedly, take on all your problems, no matter how small, stupid, binary they may seem to you. Actually, the more stupid they are, I'm sure the easier it is going to be for you. So by all means, take the stupidest question and try to come up with a tightly knit explanation that covers that why, how, and the root. So here's an exercise for you. Solve one problem every day if you run out of problems. Take general problem that people around you have, common issue that people suffer from. For example, why does she keep dating dysfunctional men? Why does he make the same mistakes again and again? Why are people addicted to Instagram? But first consider solving all those issues that push you to buy self-help books and watch motivational and relationship videos. It is a high time you come up with the answer instead of copying someone else. With every attempt, your brain will become sharper from the exercise you will get, and with continued repetition, you will become a person of incredible reasoning with very adjustable sensibilities. I earnestly hope that you will start doing this right now, and don't forget, you are awesome.